Hello, YouTube. Oh, what a wet, dreary day it is out there. They're calling for a lot of rain in my neck of the woods. So I'm going to park you right here. We ain't going outside. It's just been raining. So far my drains have been keeping up, which is kind of cool. So I don't need that water in the basement. But give it time. You know, they're calling for a pile of rain. I guess it must be that hurricane that's down south that's coming up this direction. I don't know who all else is going to get it. These are little electric motors that are, I guess I should have showed you earlier. They're on the timer for your washer or dryer. Same idea as a microwave one, but these are heavier duty copper. Yeah, just trying to pull the copper ring out. They just seem to fit them so perfectly in here, you know. And plus I still have the hydro wires attached to them. Right there. Oop. I lost one. Huh. Yeah, they just come right off. Little plastic sheeting around it. Get that off. Boom, isn't that pretty? I'll just give it a cut with the side cutters. Oh, this plastic will not break, it's too flexible. And there you have it. Look at that. That's so pretty stuff. It's heavy too. Into the bucket it goes, and then this is just plastic, so it gets thrown in the garbage can. And there's what's left over of the motor. I have a few of those to do. Yeah, every washer and dryer, and maybe a dishwasher if it's old enough, will have these on them. They're attached to the timer. So when you take the timer off the top of the washer or dryer, you'll see this little motor. It sits about that high because it's attached to the gear. There's no gears on here. It's separate from the gearbox. Now you got to watch on these. Well, they come apart pretty easy. Get the screwdriver in there. See, just pop it open. Bench vise works great to hold it for you. And there, see, it's open. Some of these will have copper in them. I'll show you what I mean. A couple nice chunks of copper. It lays on top and inside the bottom. Why, I don't know, but that is, they've got some weight to them. I'm setting them aside. Everybody's doing all that metal casting and stuff, I don't know, I'm just kind of hanging on to blobs of copper like that. Maybe I might melt some stuff too, I don't know. I've thought about it. That's as far as I've gotten. I'm not going to do gold recovery because that involves chemicals, and yeah, I don't want to play with that. Smelting is easier, and as far as I'm concerned, safer for me as far as snorting. Okay, the hydro wires are holding it in out. Couple little brass nuggets on the end here. Take care of them later. Get a little plastic on them. Has to come off. We'll get the hydro wires out that way. They came out. Now, pop you out. Come on. You won't come out. There we go. Clear plastic. Can't do much with that on there. Actually, I can just probably cut it with it on there. Come on. There we go. Just gotta cut through it all. And just put the screwdriver through there. Assist it out. It's like old people need a little assistance. And out it comes. Just like that. Oh, that's so nice. If you could only feel how heavy that is. And I have yet to come across any of those being aluminum. These guys have always been copper. And then sometimes when you take a compressor out of a fridge or a freezer, or even an air conditioner, you might find a little lucky nugget of copper on there. There's one piece of brass on here. It comes out easy. He's got a little, I'm thinking that might be a silver contact. I put this stuff separate because it really can't go with your brass because it's not considered clean. So then you just unwind it. Just a nice little copper spool. So air conditioners, some dishwashers have this on there too, so have an eye for it. They might not have a sealed unit like this. They'll have one like that. Not every dishwasher, but the odd dishwasher does have these on it. But I find these mainly attached to the sealed unit of a fridge, freezer, air conditioner, you know, dehumidifier, whatever uses those big sealed units. Mainly the big, short, fat ones. It's a nice little chunk of copper that we will gladly receive, right? It's got a nice little weight to it. Hey, doesn't matter what color it is, it's still number 2, and then there's some steel bits and that in here. I have no idea what it is. I'm thinking it's just a little copper motor, but it just sits on the side. The power wires are plugged into it to make the compressor run. It has a whole pile of numbers on it. It is made in the USA, which is a good thing. It means it's made in North America. Other than that, I don't know. It's got a pile of little numbers stamped on it. Oh well, who cares? It gave me copper. That's what counts, right? Brass nugget there. It's got copper on it. It's clean, good to go. It's got plastic on it. It's not clean, good to go. Clean my bench here up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pause you for a minute. I'm going to go outside and grab this fan that I want to take apart. Never taken one apart because they normally work. Yeah, nice and wet out there. Give you a sneak peek, see the water beside the wife's car. Yeah. The ponds are trying over there. That's fine. They're over there. I gotta grab. It's just over there. There's a white fan. It's actually warmer out here than it is in the garage. No, it didn't slip. Trying to get rid of some of the raindrops that are on it. I think I'm leaving that door open. What do you think? Or is that no good for the camera? Might be too bright on the camera, right? Can't see properly. Is that Gooter? That is Gooter. Okay. Fire in the hole. Ooh. Yeah, I tested it. It didn't work. So, otherwise, these are good sellers. Nothing stripped. And somebody else has been in it before me. And it's got nice little blind thingies on the sides, so Oh, that's all plastic. Oh, look. 2 little motors. Now, before I pull the motors out, I generally like to leave them in so you can pop those guys off easier. See, that one's stuck. But if you had the motors out already, it'd be harder to pop those off because then you're trying to hold them as you're trying to pop them. Just a little heads up, that's all. I do that with the ones in the microwave. You out of there. It's not going to take much to get this apart. Yeah, I know. Being held on by its little switch on this side. See, the motors fall right out. This little switch is. There we go. Alrighty. More plastic. Wow. Doesn't look like much now, does it? 2 nice copper motors on it. Cast aluminum, some copper there. Nobody else seems to go after. I do. I go after it all. Yeah, see, that's what was holding that on there. Alrighty. Let's get these motors off the rotor part. Screws. Come on. Probably too dirty to come off of there. Might even be brass bearing in there. Might. Iron the aluminum. 2 pieces of cast aluminum. Throw them in a bucket like this. They're dirty cast, so it doesn't take much to clean them out. You can actually use this guy because you know he fits. He came out of there. Let's see if that's brass. Negative, see? Looks like brass, doesn't it? Brass don't stick to a magnet. So the only good thing coming off of this is the cast aluminum. You get that little piece of tin out of there that holds that. And a little piece of felt. Makes it quiet. Now you got a chunk of clean cast. Don't throw it in with your dirty stuff. Just take it out. Not the head of that screwdriver would fit in. I check them both. Yep, see, steel. Dirty buggers, hey, they painted them to look like brass. Screw you right up. Piece of tin. Another piece of felt. So right off the bat, you got 2 pieces of clean cast aluminum. So you can get these out easier. I'm going to separate the wires here real quick. Cut the little wire tie. Cut you off. This is a switch. It'll have little chunks of brass in it because it's a 3-way switch. 3-speed switch, sorry. It's not a 3-way. It controls both fans. So. Number 2 insulated. There. Okay. I'm going to knock him off of there. Oops, sorry, wrong way. I find them, they come apart pretty easy. You see where they slide together. Right there. You see the little groovy, so I hit with the screwdriver on both sides, it'll pop them right out. Some people try to rip them apart, but ain't gonna work. Might be in your way, but can you see that all right? Boom, just like that. Motor is out. I always get that little piece of steel out of my way. That's all it is. Shred steel. Show you in a sec. I'm going to do this. Nobody does it. That's copper. It's not very hard to get them out of there. You give them a little nip. Goes in your number 2 bucket. See? They pull right out. Just gotta nip them right. Sometimes it might be soldered to it. Yeah, this one's soldered to it. Play with it a little bit. They generally come off. Make sure you don't leave any of that steel on there. But that one's going in the bucket before I lose it, and I just lost it. Okay, this one's got itself soldered on pretty good. They normally don't stick that well. Gotta make sure you get the steel off of it. You don't need it to stick to a magnet. There we go. Number 2 bucket. So then you flip it over to the other one. Let the bench vise help you out if you have one. Otherwise, use a pair of vice grips. Oh, come back here. You broke right off. Sometimes they'll do that too. You got 2 little pieces. You just got to get the rest out. Really welded to it again too, I see. Oh. Yeah, they're playing hard to get. They're usually not this bad. There we go. And you can't get a hold of it. I got her. Another little piece there. This one's welded in, so we'll at least get it out. Yeah. I have to take that little chunk of steel off of them. There. Oop, almost lost you. See, I gave it a nice clean cut. See how nice and coppery it is. Number 2 bucket. It's got a little varnish on it. Now these guys, they're easy to take apart. This wiring usually just pulls right off because they're just soldered on. You can open that up. Just a piece of tape. Just gotta find the end of it. We're going to reveal its golden secret. So it ain't, well, it's scrapper's gold, right? There we go. Look at that, eh? That's just garbage. Well, the way I take these apart a lot, just snap the sides off. Usually brittle enough. And then you just pull it apart. You can do like some people, just smash the hell out of it. But then you gotta clean that mess up too, right? I know I got it all. Beauty, isn't that nice? I think it is. Gonna have to start making my own copper balls, right? And that's that. Repeat the same idea as this one. So yeah, you're getting. So this here, what did I do with it? I haven't thrown it away yet. I put this in with the irony aluminum because it's got almost equal amounts of iron and aluminum. Dirty aluminum, irony aluminum. So you got the cast aluminum here that you just got to pull that little piece out. You got the little copper pieces on there. Irony aluminum, copper wire. Like you get quite a bit off of these motors. A lot of people say, it ain't worth doing, blah, blah, blah. Well, your time is you. If you don't think it's worth doing, don't do it. If you think it's worth doing, like I do it. Now we'll pop this open real quick. Reveal its little brass pieces. See that? There they are. 4 pieces in there. They're either brass or copper. It's just what the wires were attached to. Yeah, if I had a smaller. See, the wire's stuck in the side there, and it's pinched. There. 4 little pieces. Oh, sorry, almost forgot. 5. We have the other side of it that makes the main contact right there. When you turn the switch, it hits 1, 2, 3 off, right? So, see the difference in color? Brass and copper. So you can throw that in your copper bucket. This one here goes in your brass bucket. Throw it in your brass. You can throw that in with your brass. It don't matter, but I throw it in with the copper. Because it is copper. And that's how you kill one side. There's only one switch because it controlled both motors. This wasn't a dual switch fan. So that already shows it was low grade, but look what it revealed. Cast aluminum. Copper number 2, insulated wire, irony aluminum, and then the motor itself is irony, and then you got the copper number 2, the little trinkets. So nothing goes in the garbage except the plastic that's covering this. That's it. Simple. So there you have it. Woo! I held you hostage for 23 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, and share, or not. Enjoy your day.